Hi, my name is Janis. I'm from Germany. I love Edison Format, and today I want to showcase you a list that has a lot of potential, in my opinion. I haven't truly broken it yet, but I believe there is something. Like the highs of this deck are so high, and it's not even that inconsistent. Like I think with a few tweaks, and you could go into many more directions with this deck. I think there is something. And the main idea is we're using Norleras with Duel Warrior, because when you blow up the field and you have a Duel Warrior banished, you get it back, like that's dodging the effect, and then you get back the Duel Warrior and you get back one card from graveyard, so that's amazing. The other ideas, as you can see, this is a monster mesh deck. Magical Merchant can mill half of your deck, get you a Recurring Nightmare, which will get you the Phantom of Chaos back out of grave. You probably mill the Sky Scourge by then, and then you blow up the field and set up your graveyard as well with Bayo, Shiroko, Neko Gardener, Dasher, and all that stuff. Treeborn Frog even. So yeah, after this quick introduction to the deck list, I want to showcase you some replays, and then I want to talk a little bit more about the deck list and in which directions you could take them, and maybe you have some ideas. If you do, drop them in the comments. I read all your comments, and I've received many interesting ideas from you guys, so let's hop into the replays. Alright, first duel. I've played against a friend, and you will see we made a small mistake when we are setting up, because I set up normal, just a 1 out of 1 game, not a match. So here we go for Armageddon, send the Norleras, so we got access to it once we draw the Phantom of Chaos. They trapped us, shoot us, send back the Caius, and we're just crushing the Shirokus at this point, as they get a wolf from graveyard. We drop the Tragodia, but they do have Celestia, which I kind of expected them to have, as they knew about the Tragodia. Here we set up our graveyard, get a Armed Wing, start attacking. I think both Honest are in graveyard, but yeah, they just set the nuts and kill us. So we go into game 2. So here you can see I just forfeited the first game, and so we could immediately jump into game 2 with siding. So we have a Card Trooper, Dandelion, and yeah, here we use the Recurring Nightmare to get these 2 back, and then we can make a Duel Warrior and use this one to send the Norleras. And next turn we can add back the Phantom of Chaos with the Drill, and yeah, that will allow us to go for the big play that we want to make. Against Lightsworn, this is also kind of safe. They don't have that much interactive back row. So here we go. We mill first, and yeah, they just have a Threatening Roar, which doesn't really do anything. Draw a Gareth, which also doesn't help them. You get the Drill Warrior, get the Chaos Necromancer. It sits at over 3000 attack at this point, and we just start beating them down. Banish the Drill to protect it, and they just forfeit. So last game, can we repeat our big combo? Let's see what we drew. And our hand, let's have a quick look. It is kind of bricked. Like, this needs setup, this needs something engraved. And Kaiku, honestly, I think I cut it by now from the side deck. So yeah, these replays are with slightly different versions each time. Also, I just realized I'm half invisible through the green screen effect. Okay. So yeah, here we just pressure with Shiroko, and we need something like, if we draw a Dark Grapher, this hand is immediately unrigged, because then we can send this, set up something into the graveyard, and go for Phantom of Chaos, blow up their board, and then we're kind of even. But at the moment, the hand is kind of bricked. We do get a Ryko though, which helps us to stall, set up the graveyard a little bit more. I think last game I saw Imperial Iron Wall in the graveyard. That's why I was also hitting the back row and not the wolf, because I was hoping to hit something like this. And here, let's see. Here, interestingly enough, they had a... Did they? No, they did not. They do not have the soul release yet. But now I think they should. Wait. Show both hands. And they don't have it either here. But I know that they will get to one. eventually. But now they should. Yes, now they have the soul release. Okay, I remembered correctly. And if you look at this, would you use a soul exchange here right away? Like, there's nothing in our graveyard. But this will prove to be a mistake. Like, yeah, probably around here, May phase 2, they should have used it, because now we have the Bayou Anti Shiroko. They probably were like, okay, we do have Honest for that, but this will lose them the game. And they also admitted to that being a mistake, and I get it, mistakes like this happen all the time, and I can totally see why you would hold onto your soul release in this situation. But we got 5 Darks Engrave, so this guy is live. And I paused the video. Can you see the line that will win us the game? Also, for those of you who don't know Norleras, what does it do? Yeah, you already saw it. It's hard to summon, but we copy the effect of Phantom of Chaos, and then it allows us to pay 1000 and blow up the hand in the board. Yeah, just remember that maybe not all of you are familiar with this card, so sorry for not explaining it sooner, but okay. Have you found the way how we get to Norleras with a good setup? Because we can, yeah, we could just drop the Phantom of Chaos and do stuff, but we could also make it with a Duel. So we discard, we go for Dark Creator, get a Grave Squirmer, discard Norleras to summon Quick Draw. Now we make a Duel Warrior, take our damage, I believe. Yes, take the damage, discard the Kaiku, get to the Phantom of Chaos, use the effect, blow everything up, and I think it's just GG. Because at this point we also got the Chaos Necromancer, and we get the Drill, and we can get back whatever we want. We could even get back the Dark Creator, but I decide for Gauze just in case. And I think they forfeit at this point. So yeah, that's the power, that's the high ceiling. Like, go for Norleras plays like turn 2 with a Drill Warrior banished, and win. Just win from there. Or have a good mill with, how's it called? With the Magical Merchant. So, next duel. Here we are against a deck that I personally like as well. I haven't played it yet, but I really want to, and I really want to mess with this because it always looks so cool. Battery Mans, I think they're so interesting. Here we get a big mill. Like I said, these Magical Merchants, like, look at this graveyard. Holy shit, we have everything. We have everything. One Dandy, and then what else do we have? We have Vayu, another Vayu, Shiroko, Plague, Dasher. Dasher, for those of you who don't know, that's a special summon, a card that we draw. Another Vayu, Shiroko, and then more. I think that's it. No, there's also a Neko Gardener. Also, our deck is like, if we draw a Sky Scourge Norleras, we could just hard summon it because we have a Light Fairy and we have Dark Fiends. Like, this is the idea behind Dimensional Alchemist, because Dimensional Alchemist is good in this list and it's also Light Fairy, so yeah, it's a win-win. So here we make the quick draw, and yeah, they don't have interactive back row. Unfortunately, I was hoping to end this game on Chaos Necromancer. Like, I could have went for the Recurring Nightmare and then get the Phantom of Chaos, and that way ended it, but now they had the bottomless. I believe it is ruled like that this continuous effect is applied immediately, so they can bottomless. Let me know if that's not true. We had a quick talk about this. Wait, let's do it this way. I kind of like to hide the chat for privacy reasons for opponents as well. And yeah, we had a quick talk about this, but we decided it's probably ruled like that. Here they have the option for a pretty big push, and they also might know what's coming, but they only have a Mirror Force. And I believe this time around, yeah, we banish, set up something in case something is going wrong. Could have also dropped the... Or did we draw the Ghost? Doesn't matter. We go for the Phantom of Chaos. Our graveyard is really stacked, and now... Yeah, now we use the graveyard. I think I summoned 2 I think maybe even would have had stuff for 3, or to be drawn off of Norleras, and that's it. They just summon this, and we drop the Chaos Necromancer, which has almost 9,000 attacks, so what can you do? Next duel. Here we just open with the Sangan, because that will allow us, like, if you look at this, the Sangan getting the, how's it called? The Dandy, and then we can special the Grapha. If we draw another Dark, we can pitch it for Norleras, and then we go for Phantom of Chaos. Banish the Drill with Ryko, and we have a Banish Drill and blow up everything, so that's the idea here. Yeah, unfortunately they banish the Sangan and just go in for big damage. And at this point, yeah, I think we just lose here, right? Yes, we do. So yeah, they pulled the trick, a quick one on us. So yeah, this always can happen. Here, Thunder Dragon, I was like, what the fuck? Why are they on Thunder Dragon? There's probably a reason. It's a Thunder. I don't know what the synergy is there. Maybe the boss monster of the Batteryman's. Does it banish Thunders from the graveyard? Yeah. Here they set a Fossil Diner, but it doesn't even matter because we have the Phantom, but they do have the Crow. Like, our deck is interceptable. That's the big weak point. Yeah. So there are a lot of floodgates that can, not only floodgates, but also disruptions. Like, it's kind of easy to disrupt this deck. This is the main weakness of the deck. Besides, yeah, can be inconsistent. Here, they didn't even kill our Phantom of Chaos, which surprises me, because now we can just go for the play. I mean, probably because we hadn't had a second Sky Scourge in this graveyard yet, so. I get that. Double Dandy Mild, and now we just hit them with the Armed Wing, and they just show us their cards because they have nothing. So yeah, another Norleras win. Next match is against, okay, yeah, this was against Necro Valley, and this matchup on paper is really, really bad because we can't even use Recurrent Nightmare. Yeah, a lot of our cards rely on doing stuff from the graveyards. We gotta get rid of this Necro Valley. Unfortunately, I think in the main deck our outs are too limited. So game 1, probably not going well. But then again, Necro Valley is not like a deck that you see like all the time. So yeah, that's a matchup you gotta look this. Like, some matchups, some more niche matchups are really rough. They have the Ryko, but this at least allows us to draw one. And now they have the Royal Tribute. Like, this was the final nail in the coffin. Because before, we were on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we had 12 monsters in the graveyard. If we, or was it? Maybe 10. So, or something like that. Don't hold me accountable. But the Chaos Necromancer would have been fucking huge. So, yeah, but as they had Royal Tribute, I should have dropped the Gores earlier. So, yeah, at this point, this is over because we can't even use Recurrent Nightmare under Necro Valley, and now they got rid of all our monsters like Royal Tribute and Necro Valley. That's too much. We can't handle that. Sky Scourge Norleras, unfortunately, we don't have the, how's it called? The other guy milled. Now we can fight back with the Chaos Necromancer, 4,800 attack, but they had a Mirror Force, so yeah. What can you do? So, we are setting a Magical Merchant, and I did not flip it, and I was like, damn, I really should have flipped this. I just set the Sangan, and I was like, okay, attacked into me. I wasn't really expecting the Ryko here, as they were like on Gravekeepers, but yeah, my mistake. Should have flipped it so that we could have gotten the effect, and now they even banished the Sangan. Yeah, great start to a match, but we do have a Gores. We also have this. which, yeah, does not work out. So we just attack, but they have something. Now we're making a Drill Warrior. And also we have Dead in hand, so a little more setup, and Dead is live. And I'm kind of glad that they used Fiendish Chain already. Here also, like they said, Forbidden Chalice is not fake. But this is a fake back row. So here we go for the Merchant. And this time I'm like, okay, I'm not messing around, not that they, I don't know, tribute Caius for Caius and banish it. But they do have the Forbidden Chalice. So they're stopping us. Hit us with the deck Devastation virus, but yeah, our hand was kind of safe. Now we get the Dandy back. Drop 2, just attack, as they can summon something. This is still fake. Yeah, now they attack both, use the effect to blow up the token. Here we got the Norleras. Add back the Magical Merchant. And yeah, now we have that. And we use the dead to blow up their field. Set a Magical Merchant. Unfortunately, we have to banish a Vaio, which always hurts, but yeah. And they had to go, so I'm not saying that we would have won the third duel. We probably would have lost if they drew Necro Valley and we don't draw our Rykos or Grave Skirmers or something like that to out it, or if they even have the Royal Tribute, like we're absolutely cooked. But yeah, we had a chance to fort back, like we were not completely helpless. Next matchup. And I think, is this against Blackwings? Yes, it is. So they have Whirlwind immediately, which is always like great start. But we do have Norleras plus Graveyard setup. We have Caius to get rid of the Black Whirlwind. They use the Deep Prison, which is fine with me. Attack us with both. And do they synchro? No. Yeah, here I go for the Armed Master because I'm like, okay, I have to, yeah, have to apply some pressure. They do have the Icarus attack though, which is really unfortunate. We do set a Sanguine, which will get us to Duel. No, it won't. We're going for Phantom of Chaos, so this is kind of interesting. What are we doing? Okay, we're setting the Merchant. Why not? I mean, this is good, and this is a big mill. So if we can survive this. Okay, yeah, I remembered. Okay, this was so unfortunate because last card we mid our whole deck, and yeah, next turn we would have decked out. So yeah, really unlucky. If it wasn't like, if we had like 2 more cards in deck, I think we would have won this because our graveyard at this point was super stacked and we had access to Norleras. Here we just go back and forth with Shiroko. Over it, I have the second Shiroko. So we're just trading life points. As they do this, and now they hit over it. Oh no, they steal it with the, and I think here I just made a mistake because I got the third Blackwing Shiroko. But yeah, I should have used Armwing to hit over this and then let them steal it. Yeah, something like that would have been the play, or even yeah, then maybe ghost them. Yeah, something like that. But what I did was just plain wrong, because you will see, just go for the Shiroko and then go for the Armwing, and I realized, okay, no, I can't even hit over that. Because only one can attack when I use the Shiroko effect. So yeah, it is what it is. And here you also saw, like, the deck is not perfect. Like, I showed you some wins, but there were a lot of losses as well when I tried to deck out on the ladder. Here we are against Gigavice. So, Card Trooper milks, good mill, I would say. And they set a copy plant, we mill again, hit over the set a Ryko, and we just continue to mill. We don't really have something, but now we're on enough darks for the Dark Creator, and they let us mill and mill and mill, and now I'm like, okay, I'm applying more pressure. If they drop a Gorse, we haven't used our normal summon, we can tribute the Ryko for Caius. And yeah, game 1 they completely bricked and yeah, nothing special. Like I can't say like, oh, deck did so good. Like, yeah, that would not be there. So here they have the Giga plant and make Titanial, and I believe, yeah, we do have the Norleras set up, and now we really need the Phantom of Chaos here. That would totally save us, but if we don't get to the Phantom, it's probably doomed. Used up too much resources. So yeah, they combo off, and yeah, as you can see, it's just ridiculous at this point. I think we do live this turn. Yeah, we have enough. No, wait. Yeah, they were afraid. Like, in my opinion, they should have hit us with Titanial, because then we can't even go for the Norleras no more. But they were probably afraid of Gauss. So yeah, for that reason, we got a chance. We drew a Dandy, which gives us Drill, and now we can do stuff like this. But we have to hit over all of this, otherwise they kill us. And now we even have to trade off our Drill for the Giga Plan so that they can't use this. Now I mill a Necro Belly, but they have, yeah, steal our board. And they set up. We didn't got to our combo pieces, so we lost. Ryko said, now we start to set up. We do have 2 Norleras. We have a way to get them into the graveyard though. So, and we also have the Phantom, but I want to have some setup before I go for the combo so we can follow up with something. So yeah, trying to with Armageddon Knight and now with the Ryko. Here use the Snipe Hunter. They decide to not negate it. I think they misread Snipe Hunter, but I mean, should know what Snipe Hunter does, right? Doesn't even matter. They get to the Giga Plant, hit over that, and now the Ryko, which will get rid of the Giga Plant, and the mill is okay. Yeah, we're not really set up yet, but maybe we have to risk it. I mean, now that we drew a Shiroko, I feel comfortable blowing up the field. And yeah, we draw a card trooper. Now we can use this to make Armed Ring. We could have even summoned the Plague Spreader and then make a level 8 if we wanted to. But there's no need for it, and the back row is fake, so yeah, we win this one. And was this the 3rd game? Yeah, okay. 2 more replays. 2 more replays, I think. Now I'm going to show you even more losses. Which will showcase some of the weaknesses of the deck that we still have to fix. Here we have a really weak mill, just a single card. So yeah, we set up Norleras. They have the Trap Dash Shoot. Like, this is so unfortunate. I mean, yeah, we weren't really set up yet, but the option to have the Chaos at least, a Phantom of Chaos, and now they start hitting us. We have the Dimensional Alchemists, and now this is kind of funny because let's have a look. If this gets destroyed, we can add back a Norleras, and then we have, well, we don't really. We have 1 Dark Fiend in graveyard. Yeah, so we're still missing Dark Fiends. We play a bunch of Dark Fiends. This would be the Light Fairy. So yeah, maybe there's a chance that we get to it over the duel, but it's not really there yet. They just hit us, and yeah, that's GG, apparently. Wasn't paying attention to the life points. Here we set the Magical Merchant, hope for a better mill this time around. And yeah, this is a big mill. This is a very big mill. We have 1 Recurring Nightmare in hand, so I'm a bit afraid that we deck out again, and we almost do. Like 3 cards left in graveyard. And here I believe I got really unlucky. You will see in a second. I might misplayed this as well, because I was like, okay, this is yeah, with Frogs, they don't have too much back row. Like, I wasn't expecting a Dimensional Prison. Like, that's the problem. Because what I did here, you will see, and go for the Drill. And go for the recurring. They have a crow to... Oh, do they? I think they... Yeah, they drop a crow, so I banish the Phantom of Chaos. But we do have one in hand. And if I would have went for the Phantom of Chaos here, I think this would have been GG. Like, our graveyard should have been set up enough. Potentially, like, yeah, there's a Vayu, there's a Shiroko. But I was a bit afraid, because they have a Treeborn Frog. If they top deck a Monarch, banish our Armed Wing, and then if we make another Armed Wing, it's not even bigger than the guy. But yeah, we also would have gotten Drill Warrior back, and then we could have added back the Necromancer, and this guy, like, with this type of graveyard, it's over 10,000. So yeah, I was a bit greedy here because I wasn't expecting Dimensional Prison, and I just wanted to end it with this guy. Like you can see, it's over 10,000. But yeah, Dimensional Prison. Okay, I think now I'm like, okay, I'm going for the Phantom of Chaos next. And they admitted defeat. Okay, so apparently they hadn't enough to stop us here. Yeah, most probably another duel. Where I think there was a frog player where I summoned the Necromancer first, got destroyed, and next turn I summoned the Phantom and it got also destroyed. I think it was the sequence as well, was Deep Prison and then a Raigeki Breaker, I believe. And turn 1, Phantom of Chaos would have won us the duel. Maybe it's this duel. Maybe it was another match entirely. We'll find out. So we banish, we discard the Dandy, make a drill, drop the Dasher, the banish our Ryko, which is unfortunate. We don't have Norleras access yet. We do have the Trap Dash Shoot. And here we are kinda struggling to deal with the body of the Caius. So I have to attack here. Okay, now they have the Raigeki break and it's kind of over here. Yeah, now we reset this and yeah, because we didn't got to Norleras, there wasn't really something we could do. So yeah, as you can see, if you don't get to the Norleras, it's always a problem. But we have a lot of cards that get us to the Norleras. Like we have an Armageddon, we have 3 Dark Graphers, we have like the, how's it called, the Magical Merchant 3 that mill us to the Norleras. And we also have a lot of milling, and because we just need it in the graveyard. Yeah, usually you get to it, but if you don't, you have a problem. Here I go for the Synchro play, which I don't know if it was correct, maybe not. They just Caius it and attack us, but I was like, if that's a hamster and stuff like that, I want to be able to hit over it. We do have the Merchant here, as they go for a Stardust Dragon, which is fine. I believe this is another big mill. We do have one recurring in hand, which is always scary. But we mill. And yeah, but that's enough to finish the duel. Yeah, now it's a Raigeki break. Maybe it's this duel. So I go for the Recurring Nightmare. Phantom of Chaos as they Raigeki break it, and yeah, we're taking damage, we're dropping low. And I'm like, this time around, I'm like, okay, let's go for the Chaos Necromancer. And I don't really know why I did this, because Phantom of Chaos would have been the way more safer bet. Like, yeah, this was the duel. Like, this time around, okay, yeah, this time, second turn, they had a Dimensional Prison. So this was the right sequence. So yeah, Phantom of Chaos would have won us the game here. Yeah, but with the Deep Prison, is it GG? Can we save ourselves with I think we can, but we drop below 1000. So here I'm like, okay, cool, we can do this. We can even hard summon this guy Norleras, but it will kill us, so yeah. This was just for fun. But as you saw, we can hard summon the Norleras. That's something this deck can do. Right, here... Don't even know what happened. You saw what happened. I didn't. Phantom of Chaos. Alright, this was setting up Jinso and then destroyed it. And yeah, but we got it back with Dark Creator in graveyard, copying the Dark Creator. Then we summoned the Jinso. Then we went for Titania right away. We have the Ryko, which, yeah, will get negated. So we don't get to mill, which is unfortunate. And they have a lot of pressure. Here we have the Grave Squirmer, and I'm hitting this one. Because why not? You kind of need Darks in the graveyard for Dark Creator to become live, but... yeah, here we are on too many bricks. Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer. That's why I put it out of the deck, because if you're... Like, it doesn't help into your opponent's board. You need some backup with Kaiku. Like, Kaiku is really cool because it also prevents your stuff from getting banished, so you can just go for your Phantom of Chaos play without fearing a crow. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't do enough. So yeah, let's talk about... Oh, we tapped out. Let's talk about the deck list a little bit more. Deck constructor, here it is. So as you can see, we cut out the how are they called, the Kaikus from this side. And also I had an idea, like, I'm usually not bringing in this one. Let's go for Necro. Dark Necro 4, I believe, can be a nice tech card against Gigavice. Like, with Gigavice, if they protect their board and you can't... Oh no, it's not. It targets, right? Let's leave it here anyway. Maybe there are some matchups. Because we have a lot of Dark Fiends, maybe you stumble across a matchup. And usually we want to stay on the Recurrent Nightmares because it's too important to keep our main combo intact. Like, I haven't really sided in, like, Royal Decree, you could argue, but usually the opposing deck they have... I mean, they saw that you are a monster mesh, so maybe they side out their back row hate. So, I mean, a Decree, I think we should leave in here. And maybe this helps some matchups. I'll figure it out. Yeah, while we're at it, let's quickly talk about the side deck. I have the Breakers for back row and Floodgates, and this one especially for Skill Drain. And Shadow Prison Row doesn't do it right. Snipe Hunter also for Floodgates. This one can be also against trap heavy decks, and we do have a Dasher to summon it and the Treeborn Frog and stuff. This one also, you can just special summon it. Like, it's like you just need 3 Darks in your graveyard. So Dark Nephthys also an option. Dark Lord Serato is a pretty good card to summon off of the Dark Creator, or just copy it with Phantom of Chaos. And I believe, because it destroys itself in the end phase, but this turns back to being Phantom of Chaos in the end phase. So let me know if I'm mistaken, but I would say that you can dodge the destruction effect that way, and it can help, like with dupe blocks and stuff like that. But usually, like, especially these slower frog decks are kind of a good matchup for us, because they're just sitting there and we have some turns to set up the Norleras play, and then we don't care about the dupe block no more. So, yeah. I'm not really sure about Caius, Dasher, Treeborn Frog. Like, these cards you might want to cut. Like, Caius is really good, but if we play a grindy game, it doesn't really do it. And Reborn Frog, like, it can help set up the quick draw synchron, but then besides the Caiuses, it's not really useful. So maybe we should go like that to decrease, like, yeah, make it even more reliable to see our combo. Spot removal. These 3, I think they should stay in. Maybe we could even add a Snipe Hunter to the main. Yeah, also an option, which I'm not sure, like, I didn't really draw this. You drew this. What's it called? It's called Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar. There it is. This cards a lot of cards, helps you draw, helps you to dig into your combo. So Morphing Jar maybe you can put it back. Also Night Assailant. I had some fun with this before I cut it. Night Assailant is... Wait, where is it? There it is. If this card is sent from the hand to the graveyard, and that happens with Sky Scourge Norleras, so you can get back a flip effect monster like Ryko or Merchant, or like when I played Night Assailant, I think there was some 3 Rykos and the Morphing Jar as well. And then you can discard it for Quick Draw or Drill Warrior and then get back a Ryko. So there's some stuff. Also, it can function as spot removal. You can also just set it and get rid of a Vanity's Fiend or something like that. So it's also an option. Then more options you could consider. Also, maybe the Dasher shouldn't be here. Maybe the Dasher should be in here. Maybe we should do it like this. Yeah, then maybe this one. I usually don't side either. Maybe a third one of these. Okay. Yeah, like you see, the sideboard is still a work in progress. Yeah, also you could go for... How's it called? Wait. Let's get Edison cards only. Search. You could go for the Witch of the Black Rose, because we are Monster Mash deck. Helps you draw one, and then it's also a tuner. So you could, resummon it with the Dark Creator or add it back with Quick Draw Synchron. If you have like tokens on the field, you could make, I don't know, a Brian Egg or a Magical Android. So this could help. Maybe we want to have this. How's the other guy called? It's also played Glay something. Wait, it's a monster. And it's level 3. Earth? I think there's a beast in the name. There it is. Gallus it is. Gallus the Star Beast. So yeah, Monster Mash. So we could go for Gallus as well. Special summon it, mill a card, do some burn damage, but the burn damage is not really worth it. And as long as we're not on, like if we play more Caiuses, we could play this. But originally this list was a bit more bigger, so we can play a lot of graveyard setup without breaking, like drawing too much graveyard setup at once. Then when you mill with Magical Merchant, you set up the grave really good, but it was still too inconsistent. Like I feel like getting to the Drill Warrior is so important, and then getting quick access to the Sky Scourge Norleras, also seeing your Magical Merchants. Like games where you open up Magical Merchants and they can't stop it and you get a good mill, that's kind of the bombs that you want to have. So yeah, Witch of the Black Rose, maybe I try this. I'll keep it here for now. So yeah, these are ideas. You could also go back from the Monster Mash version and just be like, okay, we're playing Quick Draw with Phantom and Norleras. So you could do this and get more like Soul and Judgment would help get your combo through. And Bottomless and Torrential and Mirror Force and Mystical Space Typhoon and all the good stuff. Like, and Dark Lure to draw more. Maybe even card destruction, but could be hard to make room for that. Like, because I still think you want to have the Dark Greffers to get to the Norleras fast. And then if you play Greffers, also if you have Norleras, you probably want to keep the Vayu engine. So let's have a look. Let's save. So you could do something like cut this. I think we want to keep this. Cut this. Maybe this. Eventually, this could be cut. These seem to be good. And you could then also do something like I think you should keep one of these. But maybe you want to make it a Dark Eruption. No, how's it called? There is Dark Eruption. Yeah, maybe you want to make it a Dark Eruption in that case. So, yeah, you're not reliant on having 2 targets in the graveyard. Then you probably want to cut down these. Maybe you even want to do that. And yeah, you could get rid of the Gale then as well. I think, yeah. So you have 10 more spots for all the other stuff, which could help. Not gonna lie. But I think the rest you want to keep. Like, you could now introduce Caius back into this with another Ryko and maybe 1 or 2 hamsters. But then you limit your spell and trap pool even more, so. But yeah, I think this could also be a version that could work out. Play it more like a traditional quick draw synchro deck. It's also why, but also your extra deck spots are getting really cramped in here. It's already really cramped. Yeah, you could also then add, like, we have, even with the other cards, we had a lot of debris targets, so debris should probably be in here somewhere. Yeah, as you can see, it is a bit tight with the space. Maybe you then want to cut the Trigodia as well. Yeah, but you get the idea. It's like you could make this like just a regular, not regular, but a dark quick draw deck with Norleras and Phantom of Chaos. Phantom of Chaos also works with Darkholm Dragon in the grave. Then you can use that. Maybe you want to keep 1 Dark Creator even. Could also be a good card. It's always nice to copy a Dark Creator of Phantom of Chaos. So yeah, options. And I wasn't able to test everything. And even like if you want to test something, you usually have to get a couple of matches in to get a feeling for it, how it really is performing or not. So yeah, if you want to experiment with this deck, if you find something, if you have ideas for cards or stuff I should cut or I should include, it's always hard to cut something to include something new, but it's always more exciting if you have like D1 tech I haven't thought about yet. So let me know in the comments, and yeah, see you in the next one. I hope you have fun with this deck, and leave a like because it helps out with the algorithm. Thank you for watching. It means a lot to me, and bye.